jewelry for your journey home?
Oh, this pendant
The
would
reach
look
belongs to
lovely
the
on my
Forsworn.
sister.
Hey!
A bit of jewelry for your journey home?
Oh, this
The
pendant
reach
would
belongs
look
to the
lovely on my
Forsworn.
sister.
A bit of jewelry for your journey home?
Oh, this pendant
The reach
would
belongs
look
to the
lovely on my
Forsworn.
sister.
A bit of jewelry for your journey home?
What was
This
that?
pendant would look
Never
lovely.
should have come. We are the rightful rulers of Markarth. You've stuck on us long enough.
Give up while you still can.
The old gods give me strength.
Must have scared I'd
Clear
die
out,
for
I
my
guess.
By the
people.
Divines, the Forsworn are here in the city!
Everyone stay back.
Outsiders.
The Markarth City Guard have this all under control. There are no Forsworn here.
Gods. A woman attacked right on the streets. Are you alright? Did you see what happened? A Forsworn? Strange. Well, I hope the Eight give you more peace in the future for what it's worth. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note. Looks important. My note? No, that's yours. Must have fallen out of your pocket. No. I was just getting some fresh air. Had one too many pints of mead at the Silver Blood Inn. Mm-hmm.
We'll handle things from here. Move along.
By the gods, that man nearly killed me. You saved my life. Thank you. Here. I was gonna bring this to my sister, but I think you should have it. I've heard of them. Something about the men who live in the hills and attack caravans. I'm sorry. I don't know anymore. I'm just visiting here from Cyrodiil. No. I don't have any idea. I was just shopping for a pendant for my sister back in the Imperial City. Until next time.
We'll handle things from here. Move along.
Did you see that madman? A forsworn agent, here in the city. Think he worked down at the smelter. A lot of laborers there are sympathetic to the forsworn. They promise people they'll kill off all the Nords that rule over the Reach. Nothing but murderers and saboteurs. This has ruined my entire day.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Jarl is refusing to dispatch men to the front lines. Do you think it's because of the Forsworn threat?
Please. Those savages are no match for us. The Jarl is just biding his time.
Biding his time until what? Until another person is lying dead in the streets? Don't be naive.
How do you feel?
My
I think you
father,
might be
Klepper, is the
sick.
one you want to talk to. I just clean up.
Attacked in the market. Do you know who it was?
Unlike my husband Klepper, I watch after hours.
Poor woman.
Don't
What
mind
was that
the
you
yelling.
said, venomous
My
wife?
parents are always going at each other. Nothing, you pig-headed oaf.
This is the Silver Blood Inn. Did you hear? The Hall of the Dead is closed. Brother Veralis isn't the most popular man in town right now. Degain the Beggar got himself kicked out of the Temple of Dibella. Caused quite the ruckus. Got a witch hunter in town from the priesthood of Stendar. Keeps asking questions about that old abandoned house. Remember, ale is cheaper than blood in Markarth.
Now you just tell me if you need something. Why are you looking at me like that? The Dark Brother... My goodness, you're really here. The Black Sacrament. It actually worked? What I need is for Elaine Dufont to die. I want him hunted down and murdered like the dog he is. I didn't know it when we were with each other, but Elaine is actually the leader of a band of cutthroats. Bandits. They're holed up in some old dwarven ruin. Raldbathar. It's near Windhelm. They use it as their base. It's where they stage their raids. I want you to go to that ruin, find Elaine Dufont, and kill him. I don't care about his friends. Do whatever you want with them. But Elaine has to die. Excellent. Once Elaine is dead, I'll pay you. In gold. I've saved up a bit. I hope that'll do. But, well, there is one more thing. If you're interested. If you can, I want you to kill someone else as well. You don't have to, not as part of our deal, but if you do, I'll pay you even more. It's Nilsine Shattershield in Windhelm. If Nilsine dies too, I'll make it worth your while. I went to Windhelm to see the Shattershields. They were old and dear friends, and in mourning. Frigga was killed recently. Murdered. I met Elaine in the tavern, while I was drinking my sadness away. He was handsome and charming. He said I was the beautiful lily of his dreams. Elaine made all the pain just go away. But it was all lies. Elaine used me. He ruined my name, destroyed my friendship with the Shattershields. Do you know why Elaine was in Windhelm? He heard about Frigga's murder. He wanted to befriend the family, in their grief, and rob them blind. Elaine used me to get close to my friends. And now they all think I'm some kind of monster. Elaine Dufont took my life, and now I'm taking his. Don't you see? I was like a daughter to Tova, a sister to Nilsine and Frigga. But the family refuses to believe my innocence, no matter what I say. Couldn't they understand that I was used? That I was grieving for Frigga too? No, they treated me like garbage, threw me away. With Nilsine dead, maybe then Tova will realize what she's lost, huh? Maybe then she'll see that I was just as much a daughter as the others. And if not, may she drown in her own tears. I planned to kill Elaine myself, you know. Nilsine too, but lost my nerve. I even brewed a special poison, lotus extract. Maybe you could use it? Just coat your weapon with it. Then, you get the idea. Make them all pay for what they've done to me.
Sullied our hopes and our dreams.
No offense, but you're not looking so good. Are you feeling ill?
Isn't there some business you should be tending to?
There's no shipments coming in, so I do
What
nothing.
can an old skull do for you, huh? Well, you've come to the right place. Good fighting to you.
This is the Silver Blood Inn. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's any... You look a bit peaked. You sure you shouldn't be home in bed?
don't know anything about this house?
No.
Anyone seen entering or leaving? Any strange lights or unusual noises?
It's abandoned, and it's always been abandoned.
Excuse me, but do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave? I'm with the Vigil of Stendar. We believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, legal rites and so forth. I was actually just about to head on inside. Be good to have someone watch my back. Follow me, and keep your eyes open. Daedra are powerful creatures and tricksters. Never know what you'll find. Fresh food. No wood rot on the furniture. Someone's been here. Recently. But the people I asked say no one enters or leaves. Wait, did you hear that? I think it came this way. That's it. Something's inside the house. Come on, we're getting to the bottom of this. Come out. We know you're here. There's another door. See if you can get it open. Stendar's mercy. This isn't an ordinary Daedra. We have to get help.
Weak. He's weak. You're strong. Crush him.
You first. Come on. Let's go.
Yes, your reward is waiting for you, mortal, further down. Yes, further into the bowels. So close, your prize is waiting. Fool! Did you think Molegbal, the Lord of Domination, would so easily reward you? What do you see from that little cage? Speak! Yes, it's an altar. Men would come and sacrifice the wretched in my name. The weak would be punished by the strong. But a Daedric lord has his enemies, and my rival Boethia had her priest desecrate the altar until you came. Revenge? No, I want submission. I want the priest who did this to bend his knee and give me his soul. He comes by to perform Boethia's insulting rites at my altar, but he's been missing, captured and bound, left to rot. Save him. Let him perform his rite one more time. And when he does, we will be waiting for him.
Tacitus, what is this?
A nail?
Is that what you call it? In the Legion, we would have called it useless. Look how brittle the metal is.
I'm sorry. Well, the forge gets so hot and I thought that...
You thought what? You would skip a step? Not heat the metal all the way through? Useless. Now do it again. Need a new blade? Tacitus? Boy's an Imperial. I keep showing him how to treat the iron, but he never gets it. In the Legion, the Imperial smiths used to read books when they couldn't set their hammers straight. Wisdom of the old, I guess. If you find a book called The Last Scabbard of Acre, would you bring it to me? Tacitus sure isn't learning by example. Thanks. Grew up in a stronghold. Every orc girl tended the forge at some point. But a girl has to grow up, and life in the stronghold asks for a lot in return. So I joined the Legion, mastered my trade there. That's right. An orc stronghold. Kept to ourselves, lived as our ancestors would have wanted. Wasn't enough for me, though. I left. Didn't want to end up as the third wife of some lowly chieftain.
No offense, but you're not looking so good. Are you feeling good?
Hands to yourself, sneak thief.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
You're looking a little rough around the edges.
Holmes. I said Holmes, you backbiter. Give a crippled worker a helping hand. Aye, a whole heap of it. You see that temple? Way up there? All them women keeping to themselves? Won't let poor DeGain in, nope. Not even for a look. But they've got a treasure in there. Gold statue size of a child. Who knows what they use it for, but I know what I'll use it for. Well, let's not put it like that. Wouldn't want the Thieves Guild catching wind of us, eh? Nah, just creep in and have a go at taking it out. I'll be here and pay you half of what my man in Riften promised for it. You'll be helping out an old beggar, and the divine smile on that sort of thing.
Isn't there some business you should be tending to? Don't mind the yelling. My parents are always going at each other.
I'm what you'd call a soldier of fortune. Make me an offer, and I just might...
Our hero claims a warrior's heart.
How about a scepter? What is there to know? It's in the temple, you bring it out. You bring it to me, I pay you. Now get moving. Finally. Now get lost. Bring more gold next time.
Believe the dragonborn.
We'll handle things from here. Move along.
The sisters are communing with Dibella. They can't be disturbed. You'll have to come back another time. I'm sorry. The Temple of Dibella is closed. You can receive your blessing if you wish, but the other sisters are in seclusion. A heathen. Lovely. Oh, don't put on that angry look. I'm just teasing you. Dibella is the divine of beauty. She is a patron deity to artists and bards and those who seek life's simple pleasures. The temple offers her blessings to pilgrims, and instruction in enjoying all life has to offer. Well, you are lovely to look at, and there's so many things I could teach you, but I'm afraid the temple isn't taking in new students. Dibella's blessing to you.
Dibella, guide us. Lead us to your Sibyl. Dibella, guide us. What are you doing in here? Stay where you are. The Mother will deal with you. Here she is. And just what do you think you're doing? Unfortunately for you, we don't allow the uninitiated into the inner sanctum. You have committed a breach and must pay the penalty. Normally, a period of servitude. Luckily for you, there are more pressing matters. We could make an example of you, but perhaps you could be put to better use. The ceremony you so rudely interrupted was the exalted protocol of the Dibellan Sibyl. I don't expect you to know what that means. Suffice to say that our Sibyl was recently lost to us. Through the protocol, we have seen the home of the next Sibyl, to the north in a small village pressed against the stone. If you can travel there and retrieve our young Sibyl, your transgression will be forgiven. We believe the place in our vision to be Karthwasten. Now move quickly. The girl must be brought to the temple as soon as possible. The Sibyl of Dibella spends her entire life in direct communion with the goddess. From the time she's a little girl to the moment she expires, she is a direct connection with the Heavenly Mother. From her reverie, we know the mind of our god. We have had a vision of the next Sibyl, living in a village to the north. She must be brought to the temple for her reverie to begin. We prefer not to announce that the Sibyl has died until we can introduce the new one. People like to know that we're connected to the goddess. It's considered a great honor for the family. Their daughter will never know hardship, and the goddess blesses them with great bounty. You, my dear, can earn the blessing of Dibella. You'll find men to be more pliable in the future, or more vulnerable. Now, if you'll excuse me.
What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First, you take away Talos. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done.
You there. You another Imperial puppet? Answer me. Finally, someone with decent sense. The Empire is destroying every... Jarl Igmund can't ignore us for much longer. Not if the Silverblood family has a say. We own Sidna Mine, best prison in Skyrim, and source of half the wealth in this city. We keep the Reach safe. We flood Markarth with wealth. But does the Jarl listen to us when we want to say? No. He's busy forgetting that Ulfric Stormcloak saved this city from the Forsworn. Ulfric's a hero, not a damn criminal. He used the Thun, shouted those Forsworn from the walls. Then he led a band of Nord warriors in to take the city. Just like Talos himself at the Battle of Old Hroldan, reclaiming the Reach from those heathen natives. That's a true Nord hero. A legend. So great that the Divines themselves lifted his soul into the heavens and made him a god. He founded the Empire, and now they've turned their back on him to appease the elves. Elves. Do the elves rule Skyrim, or do the Nords? They started the Great War, nearly destroyed the Imperial City. Then the Emperor took the coward's way out, and surrendered. Now, the elves dictate everything we do, and they don't want us acknowledging a mere human like Talos as the god he is. Stay out of trouble in my city.
We're here to see the Jarl. No sudden moves. Understand?
The Silverblood family will be heard.
Whole Dwarven city underneath the keep. The Schuenzell. Best steer clear if you don't want a steam centurion.
Are you feeling sick?
What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards. The Schuenzell? The ruins underneath Markarth? The wealth of artifacts that I've based 2 human lifetimes of research on? You idiot! Do you even know who I am? The most recognized scholar on the Dwemer in all of Tamriel. And you people keep bothering me. I'm sorry, I got too excited. I'm in the middle of some very stressful work, and I shouldn't have yelled. How can I help you? Persistent, aren't you? Oh, very well. Who am I to stand in the way of curiosity? I'll let you in if you agree to something for me. There's a giant spider in the Schuenzell. My workers call her Nimhi, the poisoned one. If you deal with Nimhi, I'll let you into both the excavation site and my Dwemer museum. What do you say? Enthusiasm. Good. Here's the key to the dig site. Yes, Their history and culture is all around us in Markarth, a race of stonecutters, artisans, and engineers. They invented machines and built elaborate underground cities where they researched powers to rival the gods themselves. And then, at a time we are still not sure when, they disappeared. The whole people, all at once, leaving behind only their works. To protect my research, for one. There are more cutthroat scholars out there who would steal my findings if they got the chance. And the excavations into Nichuanzel are dangerous. Dwemer machines and traps still function, even after thousands of years. I was beginning to lose faith that any help would come. You see, I've been thinking about Feline quite a bit. You know Feline? Well, suffice to say she is resplendent, but not without resolve. Striking in all senses. The trouble is that I can't seem to speak around her. My mouth goes dry, and I start to shake. I could never hope to approach her. That may be the case, but she is as volatile as a saber cat. One wrong word, and I've seen her turn on a man so quickly. There is one, Ingvar. He's quite popular with the ladies. Thankfully, Feline is not quite his type, but they've been friends for some time, and he may have some ideas. Please, ask him what she likes. It's my only chance.
Are you feeling sick?
If it's about the Hall of the Dead, no, you can't go in there. Arkay, one of the 8 divines, god of the cycle of birth and death. It is his shrine people pray to when they visit the hall, that his divinity will watch over their ancestors on the way to the next life. I can't talk about it. Rest assured, the Jarl hears everyone's concerns. You will be able to visit the dead again soon. Then my answer is the Hall of the Dead is closed. By the order of the Jarl, understand? All right. I was going to suggest the Jarl hire someone to sort this mess out anyway. We've discovered that some of the dead have been eaten. Flesh has been chewed off. Bones were snapped to get at the marrow inside. We haven't caught anyone or anything yet. It's like it knows when I'm there. If you can get to the bottom of this, the priesthood of Arkay will reward you. Take my key, and be careful. New to Skyrim? I was confused at first too. The Nords call their mausoleums the Hall of the Dead. It's where people in the city are buried. Fathers, forefathers, mothers, foremothers. Tread lightly in the hall. You don't know what's in there.
Not many would walk blindly into a crypt, smelling of steel and blood, but not fear. I feel the hunger inside of you, gnawing at you. You see the dead, and your mouth grows wet. Your stomach growls. It's all right. I will not shun you for what you are. Stay. I will tell you everything you have forgotten. You were young when you first tasted human flesh, weren't you? A brother or sister had died? An accident, of course. Then the hunger set in. Curiosity. What's the harm in just one bite? It's okay now. You found a friend who understands you. You can let go of your guilt. A lot of our kind block out the memory of their first meal. The shame is too much. But you don't need to hide anymore. Namira, the Lady of Decay, accepts you for what you are. She has a place for us where we can sate our appetites without judgment. It's inside Reachcliff Cave. But the dead have stirred from their slumber recently, and I was forced here. Meet me there. We'll fight our way to Namira's embrace together. Until then, tell the people of Markarth that their dead won't be disturbed anymore. We have bigger plans ahead.
You've returned. Divines preserve you. You're a hero. We'll reopen the hall right away. Here, take my amulet as a reward. Arcade protect you.
I'm Calcelmo's nephew. I help him around the laboratory.
I know your kind. Always sneaking about.
The Treasury House is really just for patrons of the Silverblood family. You don't belong here. For one, the landowners of the Reach. It goes without saying that they rely heavily on us for our silver and support. All the miners, farmers, and laborers in the Reach get their daily wages through us. Nepos the Nose handles that part of our business. He has a way with the workers. You want Thonar Silverblood. He handles all the family business. If you're here to talk politics, though, you'd want his brother, Thongvor. He spends most of his time in Understone Keep. It's an old family, very well respected throughout the Reach. The Silverbloods run nearly all the lands in this hold, as well as the local inn. And of course they own Sidna Mine, the finest prison and source of silver in Skyrim. I have records I need to tend to.
You just let old Nana know if you need anything. All right, dear?
Bloody enough for you, outsider? Then you found your home, friend. Blood and silver are what flows through Markarth. Welcome. No. I live in a nice house in solitude, where the air isn't filled with smoke from the silver smelters, and golden-haired girls shine my shield. Been here ever since I left the Bard's College. Turns out a few muscles earn more gold than a damn loot. The Silverbloods pay me, let me crack a few skulls, and keep the guards off my back. That's all I need. It's right there in the name of the most powerful family in Markarth, the Silverbloods. They have a whole mine filled with prisoners that dig up silver ore, get smelted by workers they pay, and they own half the city. I work for them. The inn is named after them. When the guards make an arrest, they check with them first. What? Why? Are you interested? Calcimo, is he interested in Faline? That sly old codger. I should have guessed. Good for him. For the both of them. Between you and me, she could use a bit of warmth. As for what she might like, I didn't tell you this. Faline likes to act tough, but she really has a soft spot for, of all things, poetry. You know, I took some classes at the Bard's College as a youth. Poems come in handy when wooing. There's a poem I once used on an older lady of Rorikstead. I can change it to be about Faline, if you've got some gold. Are you prepared to receive my golden words? Wonderful. I'll write it out so you won't forget it. You should probably just take this directly to Faline. Wouldn't want the old ice brain stumbling over the words.
I work for the Silverbloods, help clean.
The Dominion is here, and we're watching you. You have the honor of addressing a member of the Thalmor. We're the ruling body of the Old Mary Dominion. Saviors of Myr. Victors of the Great War. The Empire exists because we allow it to exist. And I'm here to make sure the Jarl of Markarth remembers that. The Thalmor saved all of Elvenkind during the Oblivion Crisis. We've been watching over our lands for 200 years. We refounded the Old Mary Dominion, an alliance between us and our Bosmer cousins. You might know them from their common name, Wood Elves. We intend to prove the superiority of Myr over man, 1 century at a time. As if this craggy wretch of a city could give birth to a superiorly bred Myr such as myself. No, I'm not from Markarth. I was sent here to lead the Thalmor's interests in this corner of Skyrim. It's my mission to root out all Talos worship in this city. It's a religious matter. The Thalmor do not recognize Talos as a god. He was only a man, and does not deserve a place in our pantheon. The Empire has agreed to accept our beliefs, and its citizens have a responsibility to cease their heretical worship. You're awfully inquisitive, aren't you? I like that. Perhaps you'd care to solve a little problem I'm having. Ogmund the Scowled. He's old, respected, and I know for a fact that he worships Talos in his home. But the Jarl has been hesitant to call for his arrest. I want you to break into his home and find evidence. All right, then.
You! Who are you to approach the Jarl of Markarth? Very well. You may approach the mournful throne, but watch your words. Pardon me? I'm not sure what this is all about. This is lovely. Calcelmo wrote this? About me? I never knew he had such feeling in him. Clearly, I've never even thought of him in that manner. I wish that I was as skilled with words as he. Here, take in this letter. I may not be as eloquent as he is, but I hope he understands.
Forsworn have troubled the Reach. You speak to Igmund, son of Orolfdir, Jarl of Markarth. Yes, I know. We have some advantages if they come here. The city is built into the mountainside, so it's hard to reach into, even from the skies. And everything is made of stone, even the beds. We'll have no trouble from Dragon's Fire here. My guards told me. Poor Margaret. And witnesses report that the attacker was shouting some nonsense about being a Forsworn. I want to make things clear. Markarth has its troubles, but there are no Forsworn in this city. They are only a threat in the hills and along the roads where they live. Everywhere else, we are in control. It all started here, this rebellion. When the Empire lost the Reach during the Great War, we became desperate. We promised a group of Nord militia free worship in exchange for their help retaking the hold. Then the elves found out about it. We were forced to arrest all of them. Ulfric Stormcloak, their leader, used the whole thing as proof that the Empire had abandoned Skyrim. The rebels called it the Markarth Incident. It was the founding day for the Stormcloaks, and where this war really started. I don't know you, and I don't sell what precious property we have to outsiders. But if you're willing to work, and you prove to be reliable, I might deem you worthy to live here. My steward will handle things from there. Are you a sellsword? I don't like your kind. No honor, no loyalty, unreliable. But I can't turn away a potential ally in these times. Let's see if you're better than a common mercenary. My scouts have tracked down one of the Forsworn leaders, hiding out in their blood-soaked camps. Deal with them. We will see. I want no mercy for those Forsworn. Understand?
You all right? You look like you might be... This is more than I could have hoped for. Have you really done this for me? I have to see her. Please, excuse me. What? Oh, goodbye.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good plan.
Pauline,
Shh. It's all right. You don't need to say any more. I had no idea you were so nuanced.
I love you.
So I hear. Come here, you.
What is it, Orc?
Now I remember. You're that new member of the Companions. So, you what? We'll handle things from here. Move along.
Hope Pavel will be able to go back to his mine soon. Everyone needs a home.
Guess
Poor
we'll have
Pavel
two
and
more
Gav.
mouths to feed for a while.
A Forsworn
Damn
attack.
Forsworn. Oh, seems Skegger Mine got hit by Forsworn. Those madmen get more bold every season. Pavo and Gat are the only survivors. I'll be sending word to the Jarl about this, but I don't know when help will come. I'm sure Pavo would be grateful, and we'd all rest a little easier. But that's nonsense. You can't handle a group of Forsworn by yourself. If their axes don't get you, their magic will. That I do. If you want to grab a pickaxe and dig up some iron, feel free. I'll pay for anything you bring me. All right, then.
nothing. First you, then all of the Reach. Guess I was just hearing things. Anybody there? Hello? Who's there? I was sure I heard something. How do you feel? I think you might be sick. Is someone there? Are you prepared to die? You won't get the best of me! Enough! Huh? Is someone there? Nothing here after all. What was that?
The Forsworn will reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Damn, where'd you go? Where are you? Oh well. Must have run off.
We are routed. Fall back!
Thought I heard some...
You're as good as dead. You're as good as dead.
Now you're... Oh well. Must have run off.
Never should have come here.
Traveling in the Reach is dangerous. It's an old city. Legends say dwarves built. Finally, the Nords took over around Tiber Septim's time. That bent of... They just called themselves the people of the Reach. A lot of common blood with the Britons, by the looks of them. Used to have their own kingdom till the Nords came. Now they're at the bottom of the hay pile. That's right. At least according to them scholars. Stonework's clearly not Nord, that much is for sure. Old elven fella named Calcimo, up in Understone Keep's the one you want to talk to for more about that. Wrote all those books. That's right. Whole group of the natives called the Forsworn rose up against the Nords. Drove them out. Then Ulfric Stormcloak came with his militia. That must have been a sight to see him shouting folks to death. You'd think that'd be the end of it, but those Forsworn are still in the hills, and they're as wild as wolves. All right then. City of Markarth. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they call themselves. I hear there's whole...
Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword. Dull old blade can barely cut butter.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
You should probably be in bed. You're looking a bit under the weather. Look, I've moved all over Skyrim selling these bits of junk, and I'm barely scraping by. I'm not out to win friends, and I could care less if you're happy about your purchase or not. I just need the coin. The sooner I get out of Skyrim, the better. Are you serious? The war is tearing the land apart. The dragons have returned seeking who knows what. Skyrim is going nowhere, fast. If I were you, I'd pack up and get out of here before you end up in one of those burial cairns. There are ruined sewer tunnels beneath the city. The only way I know how to get in there is through a door off of the canal. If I were you, I'd keep my feet dry and stay up here. I'll teach you how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness. I'll teach you how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet. Need something? I'll teach you how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet. Yes? I'll teach you how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet. Come, need something? I'll teach you how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold.
Good to see you.
Got lots of jobs available. Interested? Well, well. I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me. I promise it'll be worth the effort. I think you'll find this payment to be more than fair. Alfred sent ahead his compliments. Looks like his friend Arn is soon to be released, thanks to his brand new identity. More importantly, he's pledged the full support of the Battleborn clan to the Thieves Guild. I think you'll find that the guild is beginning to grow. We've had a merchant move into the space right outside the flagon. It's nice to shake off the cobwebs and get things rolling again. Keep this up, and I can see a bounty headed our way. Bad time. Brynjolf's been getting onto me about money. Taking an easy job, eh? Well, go and do some Finally, someone with backbone. Here you go.
I have work if you've got the backbone. I bet you are. Which one do you want? When a client needs us to eliminate, we send you to plant. Sound like you can handle it? Good. Here's what you need to do. Well, you done or what?
Something troubling you? I'll listen. Pull up a seat. Have a drink.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
So, you're Brynjolf. Now that you mention it, there is. I have a buyer with, shall we say, a very odd taste in literature, looking for some particular books. I'm told they're the ravings of a madman, a wizard named Arundel, and his peculiar cravings. It's said to be spread across 4 volumes, and very hard to come by. My client is offering quite a reward for them, which I'd split with you. Then we have a deal. In his later years, Arundel moved into some ice caves known as Ingvild. He preferred the solitude in which to perform his, experiments. Only rumors. He used to have a home in Dawnstar until they burned it down. The people say he was doing unspeakable experiments on reanimation. Rituals only a necromancer would perform. After he made for Ingvild, he was never heard from again. Recently, a woman was found, naked and shivering along the road to Dawnstar. The only information the guard could get from her were tales of strange experiments, and Arundel scribbling in his journals. Well, you did something Vex couldn't do at Golden Glow. So, you're looking pretty damn good. Word is that you found something while you were out there, though. Something that could be a problem for the guild. Just watch your back and do what Mercer says. He'll sort it out. Until next time.
Pull up a seat. Have a drink.
How do you... Lady Mara bids you welcome to her benevolence. The goddess smiles at your efforts, child. The dawn shines bright upon you. You have seen the young, fickle love of youth, and helped a more seasoned love find its way. There is one final aspect we wish for you to explore. For a strong love can withstand storms, and even survive death. Take this symbol of Mara. She will guide you to the wandering souls of two whose love was so great that their entwinement binds them to this world. The dawn surely opens upon you, child. You must bear
Blessings
its
of
light
Mara
that
upon
all
you.
may see.
May you return to her benevolence in safety.
Need something?
Oh!
Fancy yourself the adventuring type, eh? It's just as well. I doubt your combat prowess would prove valuable in a real battle.
It's nothing. That your best? Huh? I've been wounded worse myself.
You call yourself a Nord?
Stop. Just give up. You can't win. I'll make you.
No sign of him.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else. Riften's under my protection. You watch yourself now. Heard about you and your honeyed words.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess. There's nothing like... I have no idea what you're talking about. I'd never sleep with anyone besides my good wife, Drifa.
Find their way to Sovngarde!
Look, it was one night, okay? I think she slipped something in my drink. I haven't even been back to the bunkhouse since. Just take this damn thing. I never want to see it again. Only the best in all of Riften. I own Riften Fishery. Started out with a single fishing pole, and now I have an entire building and 2 boats to my name. Not bad for a middle-aged Nord, eh? Too bad I haven't had the same success helping this city shed its poverty. And even Nord thinks I'm wasting my time trying. But I disagree.
I trust you have good news for... This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol. Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves' Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment. I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services. Don't tell me. Sibby and Louis Latruche? I believe Brynjolf was... Don't tell me. Sibby and Louis Latruche? Well, Sibby is in jail, and Latruche is certainly welcome to try. My hired help is more than a match for him. Of course. Nothing gets done without my approval in this city. I have the Jarl's ear, and the guards in my pocket. Anyone makes trouble for me, and I pay a visit to the Thieves' Guild. Make me angry, and I contact the Dark Brotherhood. You do well to remember that the next time you make such a stupid observation. I believe we're done.
Thief! Die, Daniel!
If you need marksman training, and you've got the coin, I'm ready to teach you.
So, friend, you were abandoned, huh?
Yeah? What of it?
So, is it true bandits get, you know, real friendly with the wildlife? You're an idiot.
back.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
Welcome to the cozy
Good
little...
news.
I've got coin and I've got merchandise. Let's see what we can do.
Mm-hmm. You did? Thanks. I'll get you the rest of
Steal
the coin
anything
by
worth
tomorrow.
talking about?
Yeah, funny about that. The price was
I've got all sorts of weapons for the discerning marksman. What can I get you?
So, what can I do for you today?
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him. Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the Guild? Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the Guild. Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol. It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever. They're well funded, and they've been able to avoid identification for years. I'm impressed it reached this point. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly. Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Godjal lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gullumai. Slimy bastard. Gullumai is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
My sister in crime. What do you need?
I can't believe Gullumai's mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Trouble? Huh. He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you. You're going to have to buy him off. It's the only way to get his attention. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gullumai, he's in way over his head, and you'll be able to use it as leverage. Aye, he does indeed. And with his fingers in the East Empire Company's pie, we'll make good use of that debt. If I'm not being clear enough, that means we don't want him killed. For now, just keep on his tail and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot. Just head right back to the guild and get the information to Mercer. Nothing else is more important. If you discover Gullumai's holding out on us and has more loot stashed away than he claims, we'd find that information quite valuable as well. A mercantile group that has established ports all over Tamriel. They pretty much dominate the whole shipping industry. The Emperor himself supposedly backs them, which means they have fairly unlimited resources, so don't get their feathers in a ruffle. There are thieves, and then there is Gullumai. No honor, no code at all. He'd shake your hand and stab you in the back at the same time. The cut he's supposed to provide the guild has dwindled as of late. He says pickings in the warehouse are slim, but I'm certain he's lying. Keep your eyes on him. He's quite crafty. Gullumai works in the East Empire Company warehouse. He helps maintain all of the shipments of goods that goes in and out of Solitude. That means he has the pick of the litter from some of the finest goods to grace Skyrim's shores. He isn't exactly in the guild, but he pays us a cut of all the stuff he lifts from the warehouse. Good luck in Solitude. Keep Gullumai alive. What did you need?
Boss Mackay.
Never should have come here.
Should be good.
I've had enough. Best. I'll kill you if I
I cannot best you.
Take this if you want to. I'll be back for it later. Good. Don't lose it. No time to talk. Snitch or double cross me and I'll kill you. I mean it.
Prepare to die.
Did you see someone run past just now?
Must have run off.
Great. Thanks. Bastard stole from me. I'll catch him though.
Someone do something.
Can't hide from me.
There you
Somebody
are.
help!
I'm moving out of here. Give up while you still can.
Fall back!
Should be good.
That'll teach you. Mind yourself. There's a vicious bear on the loose. You there! Hold fast! I've tracked this damned bear for 2 weeks. I'll not let it have any more victims. Ithron needing someone else's help. Never thought I'd hear that. I'm afraid he's a few years too late. I've moved on. I have more important business to attend to. Besides, he can handle anything alone. He assured me so himself. What could he possibly need my help with? Vampires? Well, that might change things. Tell me more about what's going on. By the 8th. Alright, look. I'll consider it. But I can't just leave this bear to prey on more innocent people. Once it's dealt with, then perhaps I'll see what Ithran expects of me. Who's there? I knew I heard something. I knew I heard something. Who's there? I knew I heard something. You're dead! issue. Don't know how well I'd have managed by myself. You have my thanks. You've helped me, so I suppose the least I can do is find out what Isran wants. He's still at that fort near Stendar's beacon, I assume. If Isran is anything, he's stubborn. He's been working on that place for years now. Never lets anyone in. His own little fortress. Well, I guess I'll get to see what he's been up to all this time. I'll meet you there. I'll see you at Fort Dawnguard.
I'm warning you. Back